Hi everybody, Dr. Lisa Thompson here of drlisamthompson.com, coming to you live from my home office outside of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and happy Tuesday to you. So as we wait for people to jump on this Facebook Live today, I'm so grateful to have you with me on the show. A couple of housekeeping items. Number one, I want you to make sure that you hit at the top of the screen the notification button. That will let Facebook let you know when I am on doing my Facebook Lives. I do them Monday through Friday at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, 1:30 Pacific time. And then Facebook will let you know when I'm live. That way you and I can interact in real time. So, we'll wait for a couple of people to come on, and as people are jumping on, I can share some great news. So the first thing I'm going to cover is my great news, and we're going to go into the topic today, which I'm I'm not holding anything back here. These are going to be some pretty hard truths that I know you're going to get a lot of value from. So here we go. The good news is over the weekend, I was contacted by one of the top bloggers in the home business industry. You may know his name, Eric Christian Johnson. And he reached out to me and said, I would like to interview you on my blog. And I said, cool. So over the weekend, I was interviewed by Eric. And today, that blog post of Eric's is live. So I put it on my Facebook personal page. So what you want to do is scroll down and you will find that link and you can give a read. I give away some really great tips on a wide variety of different topics, as well as you can hear my story. So it's a really great, Eric did an outstanding job on it. I'm so grateful and blessed that I was able to be interviewed by him. So if you're not following me on my personal page, there is a follow button, so make sure you click that, and then that way my posts will show up on your Facebook newsfeed. So with that said, let's dive in today about at the end of the day. Now, this was a topic that was talked about last Thursday on the Deep Abyss Mastermind with Diane Hochman. This is my favorite monthly mastermind that I attend all the time. And I've been a member of it for 2 years, and I'm telling you, it is one of the best places to really work on you. And so Diane gave some really great tips Thursday night, and I'm going to share with you how these tips impacted me and my ahas from it. And I know you're going to get some ahas from it as well. So this is how Diane started it. She said, at the end of the day, you need to understand a couple of things. Number one, there is no guru out there that is going to sprinkle pixie dust on you and you're going to become a mega success online. There is no automated traffic tool out there that is going to give you a six-figure business. There is no marketing strategy. There is no blogging tip that's going to do it. And I'm going to throw one in here as well, because in 2 weeks, we're in the United States. We're electing a brand new president and new Congress. There is no president and no Congress, regardless if they're Republican or Democrat, that are going to take care of you. Because at the end of the day, it is what you and you alone must do to become successful. It lies within you to take that first step and get going. Now, I'm going to share something with you that I've never shared before. I shared it with the mastermind group last night on the Q&A. We had to move that Q&A to Monday night because Diane was on a cruise ship in the Bahamas when we did the original call on Thursday nights. And we usually do the Q&A after the main talk, and there were a lot of tech glitches, so she moved it to Monday night, and it was really wonderful. And I went on there and I shared something, like I said, I never shared before. Now, a lot of you know some of my story, and you know that I have this disability, having only 50% of my hearing. I was never comfortable sharing a lot of the story with anybody because I felt that if I shared that, it was going to be a source of weakness. I was coming from a place of weakness, so I never did. Now, there's another thing that I did when I grew up. By nature, I'm very shy, okay? I'm an introvert. I don't go out to a lot of parties, a lot of social events. I like small, intimate gatherings. And a lot of that is because, if I'm in a really big place with a lot of people, it makes it hard to hear. Now, I have a brother who's younger than me, and he's the opposite of me. He's an extrovert. He is someone who can attract a crowd. He's very popular. And for the longest time, I used to resent that and be jealous of him. But it wasn't until like a few years ago where I made some distinctions where, I'm actually happy for the gifts that he has, okay? And when I was younger, as a kid and then growing up as a young adult, I felt I had to be like him in order to be recognized. And that didn't make me happy. That made me like, I wasn't being true to myself and I was miserable. And then I began doing something else. It's a bit of a destructive behavior when I think back on it. Some of you might be doing this too. Is you could be, I would sit there and I tried to find the most popular kid in school, or I would find the most popular, in high school, college, and at work, find the power player at work, and I would try to get and hang out with their crowd. All right, I would ride on their waves in the hope that I would get noticed and recognized. You see, Tony Robbins says that we have 6 core human needs. All humans have this. And one of the core human needs is significance and significance and love. Those are 2 of them. And for me to be significant and to meet that need of significance, I had to be recognized. Now, what happened was when I did that, I was very unhappy because I was having unrealistic expectations, okay? And things didn't go the way I wanted to. I was miserable. I was angry. And it just, I'll have to tell you, I would just be like down and out, But what I learned in the deep abyss is I had to learn and look at myself and realize that in the end, if it is to be, it's up to me and what I have to do. I can't rely on mentors. People like Diane Hockman isn't going to give me a 6-figure business, okay? Nor is Mark Harbert, Ray Higdon, Brian Finale, Dr. Doug Firebaugh, Rob Ford, and others, okay? They're not. But what they are, they're coaches that help me. Now, I'm going to give you a metaphor that I have been using about myself, and that is creating waves, okay? I'm no longer stand for, I will not accept, I will not tolerate riding on the waves of others, because I have a hell of a lot more fun creating my own wave by what I do, okay? And one of the things that I had to learn how to do was be comfortable sharing my story, my message. My disability is my greatest strength. It separates me from others and it gives them a message of hope that if I can overcome, so can they. And the way that I have to do that is I have to paddle, 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 kick, 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 learn the skills. Okay, I had to learn the skills, work on my mindset, learn the skills to kick, paddle, 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 kick, 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 and I'm the one creating the wave. I am creating a wave, and each time I learn, each time I share, each time I write a blog post, each time I do a Facebook Live, my wave gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people see me. I am more visible. Now, I am not all things to all people. Some people are going to resonate with my message and others aren't. But you know what? I can't be all things to all people, but I can be someone for someone, and those people who need to hear my message will find me because my wave is rising above the noise. I'm learning to speak my truth. What I know and believe is to be important. Can you feel that? Can you understand that? That was something that didn't happen overnight. This was continuous. 2 years working on this, going deep within myself, finding out what do I need to improve on. And I'm so blessed that I had Diane and Larry walk me and guide me through this process, and the community that they created with the Deep Abyss that helped me with that. You see, at the end of the day, it is up to you and what you do. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't believe that you are worth the nothing. You have something. You have a story that needs to be told. Don't sit back and think that, oh, you're going to attach to someone's wave. You're not going to get the joy out of that. As much fun as I have creating my own waves, and my coaches there, I know I've got Diane and Larry, they have my back. They teach me those skill sets that help me raise my wave. And it makes me get out of my comfort zone. They challenge me. But guess what? If I wipe out my wave breaks soon on some things, you know what? My mentors are right there with their hand out to pull me up and get me going again. They're not going to mollycoddle me. All right? I don't see my mentors as that anymore. I don't want to hitch my bandwagon to theirs. I beat to the tune of my own drummer. I let my freak flag fly. All right? That's me. Now, what happens, what gives me the greatest joy and fulfillment right now, is to teach the skills, to pay it forward to other people, to teach them how to create their own waves. That's what gives me the strength to go on. It's all fun to have the waves rise and people, start following you more. You get the recognition, you get on the stage. It's great, it's fun. But the true fulfillment, knowing that you're doing your life's purpose, is when you teach others how to do it. They make the connections and they do it themselves. That to me is more success. That to me is what I know I'm doing something right. And it makes it, the struggle, the learning curve, everything worth it. Okay? I have a dream and a vision that I'm going to be on a stage speaking in front of thousands of people. That's going to happen. Mark my words. But I will tell you this, that it's not going to be because I name dropped leaders. It is because my work did it. Now, I want you guys to think back to a time in your life right now where you did something that you were immensely proud of. It was a challenge, and you overcame it because you and you alone made the decision to do it. You put in the work, and you got the reward. What I want you to do is think back to that time, and I want you to share it in the comments below. Okay? It's very important. I want to celebrate your success. I want to celebrate the greatness that is within you. Okay? Nobody else can do what you do. That's why the leaders can't make you a six-figure earner, okay? It is because of what you do. You have the unique gifts and talents that only you can share. Only you have the unique ability to connect. Your mentors will give you the support, the guidance. They'll be able to direct you. They're not going to build it for you. That is up to you. And at that moment, I want you to imagine that you've experienced success and you are getting recognized for the work that you did. I want you to visualize it. I want you to feel it deep down in your core. I want you to anchor it, because at some point, it's going to happen. So all that matters at the end of the day is, are you doing everything you can to be that person? All right? Are you doing everything you can to be the person that you prayed about years ago to help you? Okay? I remember being back at that time when I was in my late teens and 20s, praying to find somebody that would make me step up and learn to be recognized. And here it wasn't a specific person. It was me all along. I had to step up. And guess what? I'm not going back. I'm moving forward. And I'm going to pay it forward, because I want to see as many of you succeed as possible. So I hope you got value today from this Facebook Live. If you did, I want you to leave me a comment, and then make sure you share this with people you know, because this is a message that needs to be heard. All right? I want you to share the message. I have a couple of housekeeping items before we close up. Number one, to become a member of the Deep Abyss Monthly Mastermind, what I want you to do, I'm going to say the link 3 times and make sure you write it down. It is drlisamthompson.com/abyss. 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 And you can be a part of this amazing community. It is a nominal fee. You can come on in. You can listen to all 24 recordings right now when you register. And you will be amazed at the amazing group and community that Diane has created. I owe her and Larry a huge debt of gratitude for helping me become the person I prayed about 15 years ago. They didn't do it for me. They gave me the tools. I made the decision to use them. Now, the second housekeeping item is to make sure you are on this training tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern by my good friend, Stephen Krivda. I love Steve. He's one of the most genuine servant leaders. And Stephen's going to share a very personal story tomorrow, where some of you who are doing your own business, you may not have a supportive spouse, okay? Some of you may think, you may have a spouse that thinks you're crazy for doing this. They think that this is a waste of time. They may tell you directly, or they're thinking about it. And Stephen's going to share tomorrow how he pulled his marriage from the brink of divorce, and how he was able to save his marriage and create a business, okay, and turned his wife around. And now they are living the life of their dreams, and they're a power couple. So they're going to be sharing that story tomorrow night. It's very, very powerful. I get goosebumps when I think about it, because a lot of you can relate to that. And a lot of times what holds us back is if we don't have support. And tomorrow night, Stephen's going to give you some tools that will help you overcome that. The training is absolutely free, so what I want you to do is go to webinar.drlisamthompson.com, webinar.drlisamthompson.com, webinar.drlisamthompson.com. fill in the best information you see there, and then register and show up 15 to 30 minutes early. This is going to fill up. It's an absolutely free training, and I know you're going to love it. So I want to quick check the comments before we go here. Oh my goodness, Ronnie, I'm glad that this has helped you today. You're actually crying. I hope that is a breakthrough that you were looking for today. I'm really, thank you for sharing that. Hi, Annie, glad to have you on the show. So make sure that you check out the Deep Abyss and register for tomorrow night's webinar. And then tune in tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern for another edition of The Doctor Is In, where we're going to talk about mindset and other strategies to help you be the change you wish to see in the world. So with that said, take care, have an awesome day, and we'll see you tomorrow.